It's just us against the world.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo!
What's up, everybody? Welcome into Bama versus the World, brought to you by the Herb and Raj podcast. I am your host, Big Mike, and you know the drill. It is week 3, Alabama versus Wisconsin. We are going to be joined by our 2 guests here momentarily. The game is this Saturday, 11 o'clock at Camp Randall Stadium in Wisconsin. And without further ado, we will bring the men of the hour, the guests. We'll bring up Mr. Bama first, as we usually do. How are you doing today, Mr. Bama?
I'm doing fantastically splendid on this beautiful Friday evening, Mike. How are you doing?
I am as well. Ready for some football. We got some Friday night lights, football, college action going on. Some good games going on right now, and getting ready for tomorrow's game versus Wisconsin. And with that being said, and as the Herb and Raj podcast always says, with further ado, we will bring on Mr. Badger himself. Mr. Badger, how are you doing today?
Oh, what's up, guys? How are we doing, fellas? What is Mr. Bama in a cave? Oh man, it's a little cold up here in Wisconsin for you. You're not ready for what's gonna happen tomorrow, buddy.
Don't worry about where I am. Oh my gosh, this guy is ridiculous.
Very energetic, Mr. Badger.
But I mean, because we're gonna whoop some butt tomorrow. But happy to be here, Mr. Big Mike, sir. Happy to be here.
No problem. And glad to have you. Thank you for hosting us. You say glad to be here. We're glad to be in your home state of Wisconsin, playing the Badgers at Camp Randall Stadium, as previously mentioned. We'll start with you. You are the home team. What are you looking forward to in tomorrow's game?
You asked your question, genius.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I just get so pumped up being up here, man, hearing that song, and then man, you know, when this game was first scheduled and Mighty Bama was coming up here, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried. But you guys lost Nick Saban, you lost your mojo.
Wait. We lost.
I watched you guys.
Yeah,
he's probably wandering around the mall somewhere.
No, time out. Seriously, what do you mean? We lost Nick Saban. What?
I mean, so hold on. We need to clarify. Just in case for anybody who hasn't seen the news, as of last January, Nick Saban has retired.
Okay, Mike, no.
Look, I have to report the news, no matter how unsettling it may be, Mr. Bama.
Listen,
Nick Saban did retire. He is now a part of ESPN's Game Day crew.
I don't have access to social media. I don't have access to cable. I don't know what's going on. I don't get newspapers.
Well,
Mike,
that explains why you're coming out of a cave.
Well, and this is a key reason why we normally have pre-production meetings. And unfortunately, I realized, Mr. M, you could not make those.
Oh no.
But the new coach is Kalen DeBoer. Are you familiar with that name at all?
Kalen DeHuku? Huh?
It is Kalen DeBoer. He is a national championship game playing coach. Yeah.
How many championships has he won?
He has, in this level of football, none. But he has coached in the national championship as of last year,
Mike,
against Michigan.
Are you telling me TGIG? Are you telling me TGIG?
I wish I knew what TGIG meant.
The GOAT is gone.
That is correct.
What are we gonna do?
And I apologize to everyone that also may be learning this news 8 months after the fact, 9 months after the fact. But
this guy's hopeless. Where you find these people at? This guy's hopeless.
Well, our normal Bama could not be here, and we do love all of our Bama guests. But
from up here.
I'll be okay. Mike. Go ahead. Go with the show.
Are you ready for a question now that do you need me to ask Mr. Badger another question?
I'll drink away my sorrows later. Let's continue with this. Whatever.
Sounds about right.
So now learning that Coach Saban is retired, and we do have Coach DeBoer. What are you looking for as far as the game tomorrow in Wisconsin?
Hell if I know. I don't even know who this Coach DeBoer guy is. I'm assuming. Well, we still got the script A. We're still the standard. I hope that we recruited a couple players in here. I don't know how many guys left when Saban left. Maybe the whole team. Maybe 75%. I don't know. It is Wisconsin. That's the silver lining. We're playing Wisconsin. They've never really been good at anything. I know
Hey,
they had Ron Dane
I'm
and
sitting right here.
Melvin Gordon and guys like that, but that was back in the 50s and 60s, or maybe the Great Depression era. Anyway, I don't know. I still
Well,
think we're going to win by 30 points or something like that.
so and you'll be happy to know we
Yeah.
are playing Wisconsin.
I'm not happy.
We have started out the season very similarly as we did last year. We had a really good first game. We struggled against South Florida.
Okay.
So it is very much like Nick Saban's year last year. So that gives you a little hope, maybe. We do still have Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe did not leave.
Okay.
Caden Proctor did leave, but then came back. He took a little extended vacation in Iowa. So maybe he was, being up there in the Midwest around Wisconsin, maybe he got some insider knowledge of the Midwest and how they play football.
I don't recommend he goes back to Iowa after doing that. That's kind of strange, but whatever.
You're dumber than the average Alabama person, and that's saying a lot.
Are you wearing a McDonald's bucket hat? How did you even get that? How many Happy Meals did you have to purchase?
It's a cheese hat, fool. That's what we're known for up here. I guess.
Did the Grimace give you that personally?
So
none of your audience knows. What
so Mr. Bama, this is what's more commonly referred to is when you've seen the Green Bay cheese heads where they've got the big block, and this is what happens when you order that from Temu. I don't know if you're familiar with Temu. It is a sales website where you can get things that are slightly different than what normal people would buy.
My grandson mentioned Temu. He said it was for really, really
part
broke
of
people.
The show where Mike thinks he's funny. Oh,
okay.
Let's be honest. The entire show is the part of the show where Mike thinks he's funny. The part where Mike actually is funny may be a little different.
I heard about this.
But we will continue on with as much analysis as possible. I know, Mr. Bama, you're still catching up. And we'll go back to Mr. Badger to give you a little time to think. Which players on your team, Mr. Badger, do you think we should watch out for?
To think, then that might be the whole show.
I am from Alabama as well.
Okay.
So I'd keep my state out your mouth.
Yeah, man.
So this could turn very, very, very quickly. I do have my neutral hat on. I did try to not wear,
Mike,
not wear Alabama, but the colors are always very close by.
No one believes you're neutral.
Hey, leave us alone, buddy. Leave us alone.
But we will try to get back to some analysis, some decorum here between the competitors. Mr. Badger, which players on your team do you think we should most watch out for tomorrow?
All of them. You guys can't even figure out who's on your team right now, so I don't even think that we're worried about this game at all. We're pretty much going to run all over you. That's pretty much.
To be fair, most of us know the team, the people that are on the team.
Our prediction.
Mr. Bama may not. I haven't asked the predictions yet.
I
actually haven't asked predictions yet.
30.
We haven't got to that part of the show. So I know you're all excited with a big game coming in. So let's hold off on predictions. We will get to that here at the end.
30-3. I agree.
And I'm still going to talk, and you're still going to hold off until the end. We're going to keep a little bit going on here. Mr. Bama, we did talk about you kind of catching up. Of the players that you remember that have not left, who are some people that you're looking forward to seeing tomorrow?
Well, you mentioned Jalen Milroe still here. I remember that name. My grandsons have mentioned his name. He's a pretty athletic guy. He's got a good arm on him. Good to have him here. You mentioned this Karen Proctor guy, Caden Proctor. Apparently, by you mentioning his name, that means he's a pretty good player. So for him to come back to Alabama, whatever position he plays, I'm glad he's playing. So with that being said, I can't really reel off the rest of the names of the roster. But with us playing Wisconsin and knowing how horrible they are, and this guy's wearing a House of Pain T-shirt for some sort of, I don't know if he's part of a tribute band to House of Pain. I don't know. Anyway,
this guy's embarrassing.
I'm gonna say, we're pretty known for having a pretty good defense, pretty good run game. So I don't see Alabama having any problems going to Wisconsin.
So there we go. Got a couple things to look forward to in the game here tomorrow. And here's the time, Mr. Badger, where you can give your prediction for the game tomorrow. We will start with you as the home team. What do you think the score will be at the game tomorrow?
30-3. Had you been paying attention earlier, you would already know that. But that's fine. 30-3.
This guy's really.
So you're
arrogant,
predicting
Mike. I
a
don't like it.
30-3 Alabama win?
30-3 Wisconsin win. But I see why you would think
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't specify, so I needed to make clear for all of our viewers at home. I needed to make sure that which team you were referring to.
You guys, I could see why you'd want to make it clear.
Okay, that's
This guy's really rude, Mike.
good. And Mr. Bama, I'm afraid to ask your prediction for the score.
If I had to guess, Mike, I would say with a dominant run game, and I know this day and age that college football is kind of transitioned into an air raid attack somewhat. To you got to throw the ball a lot to score. So knowing that they suck, I'm gonna say 45-10. We'll give them a few points. I mean, they're playing at home; they got to be able to score. The refs will give them calls. I'll say 45-10. I just can't believe
45-10. Wisconsin win. I like it.
No,
you're going to
get the ball.
And I do have to ask. Do you mean a
Bama.
45-10? Okay, you did specify
Bama's
Bama because again, I'm trying to be fair, regardless of what Mr. Badger says. I'm trying to be unbiased and fair. So I needed to make sure to clarify yours as well. You may, yes, sir.
Is he really gone?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, he has not passed. He still comes to the games. He's been at the first two games. I don't know that he will be at this one.
To be honest, he wasn't even that good for you guys when he was there. But go ahead.
Wait a minute. So since he's been to the first two games, is he still part of the program?
He's still involved. He's not necessarily a coach on the field.
Why didn't you clarify that?
He has an office at the stadium.
In the middle of games.
Yes,
he still has an office at the stadium. He still, talks to the players and the coaches. He's still involved.
No, we're fine. We're fine. I feel so much better now. We're fine.
So with that being said, do you want to change your score of 45-10, or do you want to keep that?
55-10 now.
55. So you give it an extra 10 points just for Saban being adjacent to the program.
Exactly. Wow. That's all. Oh my God. We're gonna kill these guys.
There you go. There you have it, world. It is the Badgers picking their score of 30-3, and Mr. Bama picking 55-10 with Saban adjacent Alabama. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend watching the football. Enjoy the game, and as always, roll Tide.
Roll Tide.